Hello everyone and welcome back guys once again to Iracing, and this one might be a bit of a familiar sight for some of you. We are back this week out in the Le Mans, Sprint series here once again at Sebring. Obviously I did the 6 hours at the weekend and now I'm doing the 1 hour race on the, Thursday currently today. But yeah, looking forward to this one, starting actually mid-pack. I had a lot more pace in the car. I could have probably got like a low 58, potentially even a high 57 if I really hooked up a lap, but obviously I am basically on baseline setup as well, so hopefully, Roman is quite close in terms of pace, and then we've got a couple of guys a little bit slower. It's actually quite a mixed up grid. We've got a fair few LMP1s, not many LMP2s, and then a few GTs as well, so it's not exactly, prime time or anything like that, but hopefully it's still an okay race on the whole. Looking forward to this one, but obviously we've got a full formation map, if I'm not mistaken, for this one. So yeah, I obviously didn't actually start the 6 hours for us. That was obviously Xfitcho, who, when we do them, most likely, unless we sort of change up the time that we do it, he'll most likely be starting off most of these because, well, I don't think either of us fancy me being tired trying to do it. There we go. Finally getting the way on our side. But yeah, looking forward to this one. Hopefully we can have an okay race. I'm going to max out a few maps so we can save just a teeny tiny bit. You never know what might be useful. But yeah, looking forward to this race. Back on iRacing, I think I've only been on once since the 12 hour. Just a couple of other things sort of come up, different racing and everything like that. So yeah, looking forward to getting back on. Hopefully this week we can do a few more races. I'm gutted. I tried to do the Porsche Super Cup like 3 times last week, and every single time just something happened that meant I couldn't actually do the race whatsoever. But yeah, in this one, I'm aiming to try and get my SR up. That's sort of like the aim at the moment. I need to get my SR and my MPR up to get A license. Now, I'm not exactly trying to grind out specifically. I'm not trying to just get A license for the sake of getting an A license. I am hoping to do the GTE World Qualifiers. I have no chance of qualifying, but 3 hour endurances seem like good fun. So that's why I'm going with that one as well. So even more endurance racing on the cards, hopefully, and obviously that'll all be streamed as well. But yeah, looking forward to this one. Obviously, I've got some practice in for Sebring now. I know roughly what I need to be doing, which is always useful as well. But yeah, hopefully a lot more content coming from this channel, obviously. Into next year, I do want to try and turn it more and more into streaming. But obviously we'll wait and see about that just yet. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. More and more action-packed racing on the whole. Going very, very slowly on this warm-up lap. Yeah, an hour ahead of us should obviously be about 30 laps. Obviously, there will most likely be a pit stop as well. So yeah, 30 laps I'm going to say for us. Should be about sort of 35 for the top, LMP1s. It's quite interesting the fact we've actually got quite a few LMP1s. I am looking to get one in the next purchase I make on iRacing. I've sort of decided what I'm probably going to end up getting next. So I can just, do a few more races with a couple of other different people as well as Xfitcho. So yeah, hopefully we'll wait and see about how all that fares as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Hopefully we can have a nice clean race. Hopefully this guy actually starts to bunch up a bit more. We're P4 in split. The top 3 guys are much quicker. I don't know obviously how much quicker the guys behind me are if they didn't qualify. They could be very, very quick as well. Yeah, we'll wait and see. I'm going to bring the fuel map back down just so we don't forget off the start, depending on obviously when the lights do go green. Quite cold brakes, obviously cold tyres as well. Really, this Ferrari should be bunching up a little bit more. I think we're trying to give the LMP2s a bit of room as well, even though there's about 4 of them. But we'll wait and see. Quiet off the start as always.
Get ready, going green.
Man, this field is very bunched up. There we go. Green flags are now out. Everything is cold. Cold tyres, scrubbing horribly. And we'll duck into the slipstream and try to get away from the guys behind off the start. Porsche and Ferrari already having a bit of a battle. as we come in towards turn 1. Obviously, very, very cautious on the way and almost hit the inside wall, to be honest. But yeah, trying to keep it nice and tidy through the first couple of corners. Oh, Ferrari runs a little bit wide. But yeah, the aim today is just try and keep the SR. Try and get the SR up, keep the instant points really low as possible. I think I need 2 more races at about 0.6 SR to try and get up to a license. So that, that's not exactly particularly difficult to do. I could easily do like this and the VRS or something like that. Any sort of 2 B license combos or anything like that. So yeah, hopefully we can try and do that nice soon. Not too sure what that texture bug is all about with the sunlight. I am a really, really big fan of the day-night cycle though, like Xfitcho and I was saying at the weekend. It's really, really good. It was one of those things where we didn't really notice it, which probably meant that it was really, really good because it just seemed natural. Which is obviously, it does. Oh, it's poopsie. It does really, really sort of. You feel like you get more for your money now with iRacing, and that's sort of the whole important thing. And obviously, I know they've released a couple of free circuits as well and everything like that as we go for a nice lock-up. But just things like this, it just builds up that immersion, and that's sort of what people want in iRacing. And I must admit, if we're doing just like a full day cycle, just seems pretty bland to me. I'm hoping to try and do Daytona 24, Sebring 12, Le Mans 24 maybe a bit further down the line, NERB 24 as well we're potentially looking into. So plenty of stuff all coming up. So yeah, looking forward to it. We've built up already about a 2.5 second gap to the guys behind, so we've definitely been able to break away of the start. But a very, very quiet start for myself, really. But that is... I think there was a little bit of carnage behind going through the final corner. But that is ideal for me. A 3.2 second gap now, so I will take that and try to just keep it clean. Not too sure, obviously, how many instant points we need to try and get the SR up a bit. I think, we're ranked number 16 in the lobby. I don't know what that equates to in terms of the grid. One of the guys in mine is... Well, we're ahead of 11th and 12th, which is certainly ideal for the old I-rating as well. Unfortunately, where I've had to, stop doing races, before they began, my I-rating has taken a huge hit. So I do need to try and get that back up again. I want to try and get it back up to the 2K region, ideally over the coming weeks, so that would certainly be ideal to do, but where I like to change up the series as well, it does make it a little bit harder to consistently gain I-rating, but it's that balance between just going all out IR and SR, and also that balance of actually having a bit of fun with it as well. I'm not some professional iRacer or anything like that. It's that nice, wonderful mix I always find with iRacing. It's something that people are taking seriously enough that you can have good, proper races, but it's also not too ridiculous that everyone's too angry and at your throat. Although a lot of people tend to be, but luckily, usually I'm an okay racer, so I don't end up with too much of that sort of thing going on behind the scenes. As well, we did in the race at the 6 hour this weekend. Some Spanish people, although it wasn't really, they weren't unhappy with me. They were more unhappy with Xfitcho, to be honest. But I was having a back and forth with them about it, which was enjoyable. On to the end of lap 2, though. Sebring is a track that I've never been a fan of, but honestly, from doing more and more around it, I have started in a weird way to like it. I imagine it's just due to the familiarity of it now that I don't mind it all too much. As we set a 58.3 opening lap, that was quicker than anything I did in qualifying. And anything I did in the 6 hours as well, so that's interesting. Oh, 2x, keep it down, that. Keep it low. I need to drive when we had 49 out of 50 instant points. Yeah, the aim is to try and get to a consistent rhythm nice and quickly. Obviously, we'll wait and see how that fares. But yeah, no, the gap behind is pretty much staying level at the moment. Ooh, try and get the car slowed down, which is ideal. So we might end up being in quite a lonely race here, in all honesty, but hey-ho, that's sometimes the way racing goes. It's always good practice, just try and get into a bit more of a rhythm. A little bit deep. I always struggle still, where I'm so used to audio for braking and stuff. I always struggle now with iRacing, where obviously you if you've done it well, you don't hear the brakes, but you can also do it poorly, and you still not hear the brakes. If you're not braking enough, obviously. It's a bit strange still. I'm trying to still rope in the muscle memory. And I must say, every time I come back, I spend the first couple of laps just locking up absolutely horrifically, so probably ought to be playing it quite safe at the moment. The top two just absolutely bolted off at the start, so fair play to them. We can still see P3, and then Roman behind is about the same gap back, so it's still, you know, it's not like we're in complete I-pace no man's land. We're just sort of by ourselves on the road at the moment. But, you know, that's in many ways better than being in traffic, so hey, I'm sure the LMP ones and everything like that will shake it up as well, because they'll be lapping us good 2-3 times, I'm inclined to say. During this race, the LMP2 should probably get round to us at least once or twice as well. It's about 122nd of the lap, so 12 laps. Yeah, no, the LMP2 should be past us as well, maybe by the end. Depends on obviously how much they've got to pit and everything like that. Like the GTEs can do an hour, but that's when you're not limited by fuel tank, and we are. We're limited on start tank, sadly, which is a bit sad, but hey ho. I mean, it's just to make everyone have to make a pit stop, so if you get screwed at the start, you've still got a chance. I'm completely fine with it. It's not something that really bothers me overall, but it would be interesting to have, you know, like a proper... I think my favourite one, honestly, and it is completely unrealistic with GT Sports, because it just creates incredible racing. Like with the tyre deg and the fuel wear and everything like that, it is pretty impressive. Because a 3-stop can easily beat a 1-stop if you're quick enough. You just gotta really, really smash in those qualifying S laps. Oh my, that's a bit of a moment. I'm not too sure why there's already a 22-second gap behind P6. Actually, I don't know how many cars there are in our split. Might only be 7 or 8. Yeah, if we can just beat people with a higher IR than me, then I will take it. I don't know what the SOF is like. I imagine it's quite high, to be honest, because of, well, the fact we got the number 1, well, the highest rated guy. I don't know what our highest, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying there, but highest high rated guy is usually about 1.7k. It could just be really, really tight between absolutely everyone, so. Top guy's already built up an 11-second lead. The top guys in GT, once they've got it dialed in, they've really got it dialed in. Like, I mean, I think the only alteration from baseline that I've made is rear wing. I think I've upped it by like 0.1, and as you can tell, it's not helping all too much. So I probably could get a couple of like semi-decent tunes off a couple of buddies, but you know, at the moment I'm sort of just enjoying baseline car. Seems like good fun. Seems okay to drive. Everything like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to more ILMS, especially the endurance stuff. But I am much more focused on GT racing over open wheeler, and I think, to be honest, Iracing sadly is... Well, I wouldn't say it's having to kill off the open wheeler, but it's certainly... They're not as popular as they probably would be, because GP series is dead. Well, I don't know for sure if it's dead, but it's certainly not very... It's probably not going to be very popular anymore, sadly. Which I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Honestly, I don't really care too much. I watched a little bit of it here and there, but I mean, a lot of the fastest guys in GT will easily... Sorry, a lot of the fastest guys in F1 will easily be very, very fast in GT as well, so you'll probably see a lot of them make the switch quite easily. Dion probably has got a very good chance in it, because that's basically what he focused on anyway. Oh, sorry, I mean, he was rapid in everything anyway, I should say. So that's probably good for him. But I mean, yeah, I can't imagine it's going to shake up everything too much. I imagine it's frustrating for all those guys that have invested a lot of money into like the F1 stuff, and then obviously it's not actually happened. Like, I know I've got a couple of buddies that were planning on trying to make it to a Grand Prix series for like 2019, 2020, and obviously that sort of plan is all out the window now. So again, it's one of those things where I feel like I got into iRacing accidentally at like the perfect time, because like you've had all this endurance-based stuff that's been really, really upped, and then that's exactly what I want to do, exactly when it's happened. It feels good, because I am really probably over-rotating the rear of the car a little bit to cut in the traction, and that's unfortunately costing me a little bit of time. Lap 6 already, time flies. Oh, now where I've done so many laps around here now, I sort of don't even notice a lap anymore. It's a bit strange, but I mean, gap behind, yeah, it's come down ever so slightly. I think Jacob probably is quickest out of all three at the moment. He seems to have taken a bit of time out of Roman. So yeah, we'll wait and see. But I mean, there's still a long way to go. LMP1s are already closing up to us. That's quite interesting. That's very, very early on in the race. But I guess they have got about a 15-second advantage over us, so... yeah, I don't know. The only LMP1 I've seen go around here is obviously the one that I did in the 6 hour, and I can't imagine they were exactly pushing me. One of them there. Keep the instant count low. Oh. A little bit of a mistake. That was an interesting one. Giving the guys behind a little bit closer. Another LMP1. Sure, just get me on the straight. Holy moly, why are you going that side? Keep it on, I'd say on the racing line, buddy. Playing it risky. Holy moly. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get an LMP1, which one I'm going to get. You're going to send it. Yes. Lucky I was able to keep that pointing in the right direction. That was interesting. It was just one of those things where you're like, is he going to send it or is he just going to be sensible? And sadly, it was the first one. It just cost me a good couple of seconds. Not as badly as Jacob, though. Oh, okay. What's happened to the car? Dead, okay. Yeah, not too sure what that sort of whole, like, just wipe across the screen is. Clearly, iRacing's having a couple of issues with its transitions. Likes to load it in, like, 8-bit textures. I mean, at least this is going to give Roman and I a bit of a battle. Certainly take the place with a lower iRacing, but instant kill is what I'm after. Need to get it up to 4. He takes a very different line to me through the hairpin. He probably takes a quicker line through the hairpin than me, but I always go slow in, fast out. I unfortunately drive a lot of games like Forza, and that is very much get the braking done. Get the car through, and then power, which is how you should drive, but yeah. On iRacing, obviously, you can lean on the cars a lot more and everything like that, because you're on a wheel, and Forza isn't designed towards that sort of thing. Yeah, interesting to see a lot more Audis now. I don't even know if I've seen a Porsche so far this race. Might all be Audis. Oh my god! That's an interesting line for an Audi as well. Probably wouldn't recommend that one, buddy. You'll find yourself getting DQ'd quite quickly if you do that. Yeah, that was weird, to say the least. Yeah, I think he's mainly Audis in this race. So they have obviously this is recorded way after the Bob, so it's clear the Audi now has actually got decent pace. I think a lot of people are like, "Yay, Audi! Jimmy Broadbent, let's use it. We make Audi great again." And everyone's like, "Wait, where's the Porsche gone? Hello, Porsche? There's a Porsche. There we go."
Right side. Clear.
At least there's one. That's all that matters. As long as there's one still. Porsche has just been neglected now by everyone. I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna get. It'll just depend on what Ryan wants me to get, so. Like, I had thought about getting, like, the Daytona prototype and stuff, but there's quite a negative stigma around that from what I've seen. It's all about sub-1K iRacing, that people just want an easy win, so a little bit interesting. Think I might be avoiding that one for now. I mean, for Daytona 24, I think we're going to try and go with the Porsche. Might need a couple of extra people, though, to help us. I've got a couple of people that might be able to give us help in hand. But wait and see. Gap to Roman is now down to about 2nd. certainly got some good pace on him. Sadly, he just appeared, yeah, the Jacob got screwed. Always the way with traffic. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Yeah, I'm going to do more and more endurance racing into next year. I mean, depending on the calendar, Tora TEC is another one that I'm potentially doing. On Tora as well, British GT. And then, sort of aside from that, it is mainly iRacing. Because endurance racing on here is just so easy. Relative to it. Like, when I say easy, I mean... that's an interesting slide.
Car right.
That's a big mistake. When I say easy, I mean easy to set up and most immersive and probably, honestly, the most fun. Where it's not like, oh, you gotta do 2 hours and then pull over to the side of the racetrack because still it's only iRacing R-Factor that have driver swaps, and even then R-Factors is quite a strange system, to be fair. I mean, once you know it, it's not too bad, but it's not exactly easy to learn in the first place. I am really, really struggling with rhythm. Need to get back past Roman. Now we've got a battle. How far in are we? 15 minutes. We're already a quarter of the way there. Time flies. How can we only be 15 minutes in when I've done 9 laps? Surely that's a good 20 minutes in. Wait, what? Yeah, what the hell? I mean, we finished 8 laps, so... Hang on, though. We'll just keep going. Guessing that was just before the top guy got to the end of the lap, but nah. I mean, no matter where he is, it's still an hour race. It's not like a lap race or anything like that. Can you imagine iRacing endurance with laps? That'd be strange. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at other sort of like major events throughout the year. Tempted to do like Daytona 500, that could be quite good fun, but ultimately I don't want to really spend much money on like the NASCAR stuff because it's not something that generally interests me, but you know, Daytona 500 could be quite good fun. Give it a go. Other endurance races, Sebring 12, that one probably going to try and do. What else is there? Nerd 24, we might try and do that as well in GT3. Daytona 24, like I said. We're looking to try and do most of ILMS. I think we're not doing Kota because Lachlan's away and Kota's horrible. After that, I think is Twin Ring Motegi, which hopefully we might try and do. We're probably going to try and do Sao Paulo and the final 2. Daytona and Le Mans, I'm inclined to say, but I might be wrong with Daytona. Yeah, now we need to try and close back up to this guy. Still, yeah, I'm not too sure. That weird, like, just whip across the screen seems very, very strange. Yes, I'm well aware of you, buddy. Get on with it.
Car right. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear.
Actually tried to match him into the rating zone there, which is probably not the best idea in the world. Cost a bit of time for Roman. He's going to lose a bit of time to the LMP1 though. We've got LMP2s that are slowly getting closer and closer as well. Look at that, turn it. Need to focus on getting back into a rhythm. Try and get back up to a Roman. Get quiet and get concentrated, Matt. I thought for a second there I was on fuel map 11, that could have given me a bit of a pace. Sadly not. Turn it. Yeah, Roman seems to have some good pace though. Sadly, the couple of mistakes I made have really, really cost me here, so... Focus. Get good. That's the aim. Yeah, like the Indy 500 is another one I thought about, but again, got to get the overall rating up. I think it's C license for all of them, which isn't too bad. That would probably just require me to, obviously, get at carburetor cups and then just grind out 1 week, just trying to get it up, but, you know, we'll wait and see. I feel like I've definitely got a good pace around here, but it's just about consistency at the moment. Plus, we need to try and get back on that Ferrari. I saw the Ferrari had actually received a small update. Not too sure what it was all about, but could have been bop, could have been anything. Yeah, I think as well, them try and do some of VRS Endurance Qualifier. That's on like the opposite weeks to ILMS as well, which is certainly ideal. I don't know like if Daytona clashes with one either. But obviously I'm sure I'll find out at some point. Yeah, the VRS ones as well are good because they're only 3 hours. So it's sort of a bit more enjoyable. I'll probably... I think I'm going to do them with Ryan. Ryan L83. I know he's like spoke about just doing it together for a bit of fun. And I mean, he'd probably do 2 hours. I don't know how long like stints would be. But he'd probably do 2 hours, I'd do 1. It just obviously seems more sensible. Why not would we get our quicker guy to do more? But hey ho. Wait and see. I need to really close back up to Roman. Holy moly. Hopefully the LMP2 is going to help me out. Give me the room on the inside, buddy.
Right side. Clear.
Have some slipstream. It certainly is hopefully going to help you. It's not while I do that, though. And we all over the back of them as they come through here. Is he going to send it?
Alright.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Stay on the left. Clear on the right.
Always got to concentrate with the LMP. And we got LMP ones coming as well. Lovely. Yes, I'm well aware. I see you.
Car right.
So still, I can't see any Porsches. The top LMP one is actually a Porsche still. You're going to go to the outside again, buddy.
Clear on the left.
This is why I like multi-class racing. It's just so crazy.
Right side. Clear on the right.
In many ways, oh, I didn't know. It definitely should happen, but in many ways, it does seem a bit ridiculous. But it is just so good fun. Well, I don't. It being in the slowest class though, because I've done it like across the board. Like usually. Oh shit, spinner. Yes.
Go left.
It's Roman. I say yes. That's a horrible thing to say, but that's good for me. I'm back up to P4. But I mean, like, I've done it in like across all 3 splits. Like, obviously, different games and everything like that. GT is by far and away, or the slowest cast generally, is by far and away, in my opinion, the scariest one to drive in. It's just crazy because you can make like a tiny adjustment, and for an LMP one that's a huge adjustment, they clatter into the back of you with about a 50-mile-an-hour difference. And yeah, it's certainly, I always feel like, although obviously it's meant to rest in the LMP one's hands, GTs still have a huge effect, if sometimes. Like, that's what I like about LMP1, you definitely feel in control. Like, usually, but if a GT screws you, then it's really frustrating. Like, I remember doing Daytona 24 last year on Tora, and I don't think we ever got... Well, I know personally I don't think I ever got screwed. I know that was only DPs, but I never got screwed by, like, a GT car. I'll not, like, remember anyway. I might have done at some point. But, like, I remember a couple of people getting, like, really, really annoyed. But people seem to forget that the GTs just hold a whole place. They don't move out the way for you. They're not meant to move out the way, which I think a lot of people struggle to sort of get the grasp of. Especially around, like, Daytona, where you got the huge oval for a lot of it as well. Is a lot of people are just there like, oh, well, you can just move up to the high side around the oval. You're like, no. You go round them on the high side of the oval. Especially with, like, I don't know, obviously it was just tuning or what, but, like, the GTs didn't really lack too much around the oval as well, relative to the Daytona prototypes. Obviously, there's still a bit of a deficit, but it wasn't probably as much as I think a lot of people would like it to be. Just seeing you can only do 24-man online. and Tourer usually limited to 16, so everyone can go in a party. So yeah, it's a little bit sad in that sense. I mean, we've got 20 cars in this race alone. Also, I think the 6 hours, like the other one, last weekend, the Euro one, had like 180 teams signed up, so crazy. So I think they're thinking about like switching over to that one. Xfitcho have an early morning, and I do like the first 2 hours. But we don't know. We'll wait and see. And now I've got a 4-second gap for Roman again, so hopefully this time I can get my head in the game and not make as many mistakes. Okay, it's the first time I've ever done that. Turned in too early through turn 1. Not help on the instant game. No damage though by the sounds, well, by the feel of it anyway. We've got about 10 laps of fuel to go. So that'll take us nearly 50 minutes in. I'm so... Wait, I think that lap 14 is the top, guys. I think. I don't know for sure though. I'll try and keep track. There's no way. Wait, no, we have done we've done 27 minutes. Fair enough. I don't know, I'm getting confused now. Yeah, we're like halfway through already. Like a 6-hour race as well is I think one of the like weird timing ones as well. Because like 24s are a bit strange because you know it's just going to be a long haul all the way through. Like obviously I've streamed one full 24 before. That was Le Mans last year, or this year even I should say, 2018, and that was tough. I'll admit. I mean we won in the end in our lobby, but that was still tough. We had a couple of issues here and there. You know, we had a huge pace diversity in our group. Surprised this guy's not going for it through here, to be honest, but yeah. But I mean, like, that was tough. Really good fun overall, really, really enjoyable, but that was still tough between, I think it was 5 in the end. I think I ended up doing about 8 hours, because some of our guys couldn't do very much. As well, I mean, yeah, like a 24-hour, you just think that's just a really, really long haul. But I mean, like, 6 hours is one of those weird ones where you're like, you can easily do that in one sitting, easily. But it feels like weirdly tough because an hour, like sprint race like this, you know, that just feels like a standard race. It's what I'm used to on F1. You know, league races on there are sort of 45 minutes, standard, roughly. So that sort of timing. It's like 45 minutes just feels normal. Potentially, you know, if I'm doing a bit of a weirder race, then I might have a 1.5 hour, 2 hour race sometimes. But those are obviously a bit rarer. 3 hours, I've probably done a couple in the past. I've done a couple of 2.4s. But 3 hour races, you know, between one of you can get, well, I say between one of you, just one of you, can get really, really tough. But then obviously after that 6 hours is like, sometimes you get a couple of 4s here and there. But 6 hours are where you start to get, obviously, way too much for one person just to do, generally speaking. But not actually a ridiculously long time either. So it's a bit, it's in that middle zone between comfortable and long haul where you don't really know how to feel. But I mean, that'll come with experience. I'll learn more. But yeah, I mean, like for me, I've done. Well, the thing is as well. Obviously, when I've done 6 hours in the past through Tourer, it's just been I'll do 1-2 hour stint and then I'll be done. That's it. I won't do anymore. But like nowadays, obviously, where I want to try and stream more of that sort of thing as well, and they've upped it to 8 hours. It does make it a bit weirder, more intense.
Right side. Clear.
Another Porsche. Well, the same Porsche. The second one, anyway. Getting back through. We got a 20-second gap to the guy ahead. How on earth does that happen? This is mad. We've only got like 2 different GTE splits. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm enjoying the Porsche though. It's a really good fun car. The more and more laps I've done with it, the more sort of I've learned to understand it and enjoyed it more. And yeah, I mean, I've got a 12-month Iracing subscription that runs out in November. I think at the moment it's safe to say I'll be renewing. Obviously it would depend on where I'm at then, but at the moment I'm really, really enjoying it. And even if it does end up turning into like the main sim that I use, then I'm not going to feel like let down or anything. You can see why a lot of people only play iRacing, like exclusively. It is it's the most well-rounded experience ultimately, and that's what I think matters to a lot of people. Yeah, I'm just hoping, like, I'm aiming just, like, I'm building up the content slowly but surely. Like, in terms of, like, buying cars and tracks and everything like that. Like, I usually go quite track-heavy. I'd much rather, you know, have a lot of tracks to choose from rather than have, like, the choice of 2 different GT3 cars or anything like that. But I mean, at the moment, yeah, like I said, tracks are, like, the main focus. In terms of other car series, like, cars that I want, I've thought about Aussie V8s, maybe I'll try and do something with those down the line. But like GT3, GTE, LMP1, might get the LMP2 at some point, but honestly I'm sort of hoping they bring out a new one, then I'd be far more tempted. Yeah, it's mainly like tracks. The Formula 3 car I'm not a particular fan of. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of the way it drives. Like I might end up later on down the line doing like the AOR series of those, you know, depending on how hopefully semi-respectable on iRacing I end up getting. I'm more inclined actually to do the next GTE League, to be honest. I really, really hope I can try and hop onto that. Monday nights though, sadly, which is a bit of a pain for me because I do like to do other series. There's a car slow. Not too sure what that is all about. Just parts on the apex quite nicely. Yeah, really not too sure what that was all about. And then just... oh, he must have had a slowdown, fair enough. Must have picked up quite a big slowdown, buddy. Not too sure how you've done that.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Oh. I was going to say, that's impressive. Basically at the wall. Obviously it's hitting. So we've got about 8 laps of fuel. Roman is, what, 5-6 seconds back now? It's a bit weird, obviously he jumped me, but we haven't actually had a battle whatsoever this race. We've swapped places about 3 times now. Are you going to go for it?
Right side.
Yes.
Clear.
Yeah, like the aim for me is just try and get better, more consistent on iRacing. You know, I don't expect to be some alien on here, but I do just want to be able to hop on, be competent, be semi-quick, and just enjoy it, really. For the price you pay, you can't really, like, it would seem ridiculous not to. Like, I mean, like, if you're paying that much and you're not enjoying it, then you're probably a bit mad, to be honest, but... like, it's not a cheap hobby. I know I was speaking to a couple of my other mates that were like, oh yeah, once I get my new PC, I'm going to get iRacing. I'm like, just don't. You struggle on F1. Seriously, you'll hate it. Like, yeah, by all means, go for, like, the 3-month new thing for, like, $6 or whatever, but you probably won't get on very well with it. Like, I struggle with it, and I like to think I'm a pretty decent racer across the board. I mean, I've had some fairly good results in other series and things, and I struggle on here still. I think that's been made pretty clear this race so far, and just generally speaking, I'm not a good iRacer. But I've sort of like, I've got those like weird sort of natural skills you can pick up, like an idea. But I know a lot of people, they just like will hop onto a new game and just won't be able to drive it. They'll try to drive flat out and therefore will just absolutely struggle. I like to think, you know, I can sort of build up and try to get good. Oh, that's a wall. Like a lot of people obviously just jump in, crash a few times, and then absolutely hate it. But with like Sims and stuff, especially, they do teach you about building up, getting better. And it's not about just hopping in and instantly being quick, because you don't stand a chance on iRacing. You just simply don't. If you want to go on here and just instantly be quick, you're probably going to be in for a nasty surprise, because you will not. It is ruthless, is the best way to describe it. I personally will always say, for me, R-Factor is a bit more difficult. I don't know what it is about R-Factor's physics engine, but I've just never really been able to get on with it. Like, I want to get back onto it, to be fair. I want to do, like, probably not VEC, because it's just a bit too difficult for me. But, I mean, I would love to try and get back into R-Factor. Do some endurance races with Morvic again, because I don't think you can get iRacing. Yeah, I'd love to try and do more of that again. Already the LMPs are back around us. send it there, buddy. Not gonna lie.
Car right. Clear on the right.
It is always strange as well driving at night. How sort of like weirdly off. Well, I wouldn't say off-putting. Off-putting is the wrong word. But like how you can easily lose your bearings pretty quickly. 5 laps of fuel to go. Yeah, I must say this race has absolutely flown by so far. How long? We've got 24 minutes to go. We're already halfway there. That just doesn't seem right. I don't know what it is, but yeah, this race has gone very, very quickly. Up to P3 going fast because one guy's starting to make first to pit in. Don't get an instant point. I think 4 would still give me a nice healthy boosted SR. I mean, we ended up with 49 out of 50 and I gained like 0.9 SR in the other race that I did a couple of days back, so still not too sure what that was all about. Yeah, I mean, for me at the moment, there's like no particular desire as well to like jump into like an external league apart from Air1. Maybe if I do the next GTE season, like I'm not interested in like trying to find like some Le Mans series or anything like that. Maybe down the line, but for now, I think iRacing for me personally just does enough of what I need, and plus it's not a rigorous schedule of you have to show up. I mean, it's better too because you get iRacing credits. Although the $10 limit, I'll be pretty disappointed if I somehow don't hit, based on the fact that I've entered, like, theoretically, if I could max out, like, if there was no limit to it, I think so far this season, I could probably earn, I did the maths, I think it was about 35, 40 iRacing dollars, which is, 3-4 pieces of content, which is good. But obviously it is a 10 limit, so I'll probably earn that, and then just buy, like, a car or a track down the line, or I just save it up a bit and see what I fancy, see what comes out. I might just use it if the rumours are still true. Just get that when it drops. But I mean, we'll wait and see. What have we got for fuel? Fill it up. We don't want to go with tyres. I'll change that down the next straight. We'll make sure that is. Yeah, we'll get that sorted before I forget. No. No cars going up behind me. It's always strange. I've probably also started some fines for this sort of thing, and we've got another car close to it. They're like, oh no, I haven't disabled it. Oopsie poopsie. We'll get that done in a minute. Not too sure what this car is behind me. Is it another GT? I think it is. Yeah, top guy. I'm leading! I think. I don't know. I mean, this guy's going to fly back past me. I'm not even going to try and defend him. I think he's clearly got the pace. It's going to make it nice and clear. I'm not in a battle with him.
Clear.
Alright, let's get that final one sorted. There we go. We're ready now for our pit stop. Yeah, only got like 20 minutes left. It's gone very quickly, as I keep saying. So yeah, as I said earlier on, in terms of like, I am hoping down the line maybe to focus the channel more on like streaming competitive content. Especially once I move, that'll probably be the way to go, because generally like editing highlights, I don't mind editing like highlights and stuff, but I think streaming is like the better way to go for this channel overall. I do feel like it would probably... Now, I know a lot of people, even when I used to upload full league races on my old channel, a lot of people would like ask, oh, upload like the full VOD and stuff like that, and I think streaming just makes that a whole lot easier. Things like this will probably, stick to how they are, just full race uploads. I need to make sure to remember to actually put them through Handbrake now. Yeah, I think streaming stuff like this is definitely the way to go. Like streaming endurance races, obviously, especially. And then like, obviously random series that I'm doing here and there. It just seems like a better solution, but obviously I need to like sort out more of a streaming setup type, ideally. Like, it's just like I can read chat a lot easier because it's a good 45-degree angle all the way over there, sadly, which is a bit annoying. It does make it difficult to like concentrate. In the perfect world, like I'd have laptop there or something. I mean, I have got a laptop, but I don't really use it at the moment, so... But we'll wait and see. I'd love to try and get like a stream deck or something as well. Oh, are you... You're not... You are going for it, are you?
Clear on the
What a
right.
half-hearted attempt. Just beat the nose there and then don't really do anything with it. Thank God I didn't pick up any extra on that. I'd be really annoyed. But that's the other thing as well. It's that fine balance of with like GTEs and LMP1s. There's always that thing of I don't want to end up being like, you know, you see those GT drivers that are like, I'll hold my line if you're going up the inside, I'm still turning in. And you're like, you just gotta cause yourself more issues if you do that. But it is always a tough balance of it's a game of respect ultimately. That is exactly what it's all about. You've got to be respectful of the quicker cars, but then the other quicker cars have also got to be very respectful of you, because well, I mean, in the real world, obviously their cars cost a whole lot more than yours. Is this guy going to get past me? I'm not too sure. I don't know. Yes. It's a good job, because I'm pitting this lap. Didn't fancy turning in, I'm not going to lie. There we go. Nice tidy in. 21 laps. 17 minutes to go. A little bit of fuel in the tank, but hey ho. Where is... I don't know where Roman is. To be honest, let's hope we can get the car stopped nice and tidy. There we go. In pit stall. Only 2.2 seconds of optional repairs. That's not bad going. Probably overfueled by quite a bit, but hey ho. Not too worried. Hopefully, as long as we don't lose the place to Roman. Yeah, we've definitely overfueled. There we go. Where is... Oh, there's Roman. Shit. Yeah, we've definitely cocked that up, haven't we? So now we're on a fight. He's already made one mistake this race. Unfortunately, yeah, I need to be more sensible with fuel. That was one of the brilliant things with the 6 hour is you just max out the tank every go because you had to. But I probably ought to learn more about splash and dashing. That's not what I wanted on the screen either. Great, that's not what I wanted. It's all gone wrong. That's frustrating. I need to work out, like, I've disabled most notifications with Windows. It's so frustrating the fact that still some of them show up. Let's try and get back into a rhythm though. Focus on closing back up the front man. Like, you sort of, once you nail it like a GT car, which I mean I'm far from doing so, but like, if you get like one corner really, really well done, you do sort of understand how much grit there is to these things. You know, when you compare it to like the LMP ones and stuff, you're like, oh, they're just not particularly sophisticated in comparison, but they really, really are. What's it, the Ford's got like more sophisticated aero, doesn't it, than most, is it LMP2s or something like that? It's got like a really, really sophisticated aero system because it was designed for Le Mans and everything like that. Unfortunately, obviously it's only got the EcoBoost V6, but it is still a really, really sophisticated car. Have I been jumped by both of them? Yes. That's a bit frustrating. So that's why you don't overfuel the car, kids. So it looks like, yeah, we've got a bit of a fight on our hands. Yes, I see you.
Car on your left. Clear.
Oh my god, what's up with me? No idea what that was all about. Keep making mistakes. Cost me bags and bags of time. Am I now last in GT? I might be. What am I doing? He's trying... Man! Oh, my ears hurt. Oh, shit. It's all gone wrong. It's like my famous Sebring bottle now. Where it's an absolute mess for 15 minutes for some reason halfway through the race.
Car right.
You're going there, are you, buddy? Cheers,
Clear on
man.
the right.
Need to get my head back in the game. Oh, he's gone for it. Yeah, I was quite surprised how few GTs there were in this split, to be honest. I mean, it is the only split. Unfortunately, I don't really pick the best times for these. I sort of just do them when I want to.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Oh, you're just going for it, are you, buddy? Cheers, man.
Clear on the left.
Shit. LMP2's generally been okay this race. Ooh.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Oh, he's tried to keep the nose in. And we've got the switch back. Back up now into P5. I mean, he got unlucky with all the traffic, but he still should have tried to fight his ground against them all. And now he's trying to get back into a rhythm and close back up the roll now. Quick but careful. It's the aim. Gaps to 5.8 and we got about 6 laps to go. Why am I in map 1? Don't know how long I've been in that for. Use up all of the track width, maybe a little bit more. Gotta be a bit cheeky. Let's go on a hunt. Sweat mode may or may not have been engaged. 11 minutes to go. So yeah, we got 6 laps. Not sure if this LMP1's going to be close enough. Let's hope not. Ah, come on. That's one place where I still struggle under braking. Another couple, well, one more LMP to do. I'm intrigued to know now if the LMP1s are going to get back round to us once more. The top guys might be quite close. Yeah, I just don't think we're really taking much time out of Roman, sadly. gap's definitely coming down a little bit, but I think it might be, especially with instance like that's worked out very strangely. Probably cost us time, but probably not as much as it probably should have. Yeah, the gap's pretty much holding level at the moment. I think we're just going to have to rely on lap traffic. Oh, and I've just done that again. No, okay, I've got nothing for that time. Okay. Sweet. Cheers, game. Yeah, that's just how hard we're pushing you. Hopefully this LMP2 can get back bouncy down here. Giving a room on the inside.
Clear on the left.
Oh, a little bit of a mistake by him. Yeah, the gap to Roman is, yeah, definitely coming down. But I think it might be too little too late, sadly. Oh, shit. Okay, we got away with that. No, we
Let's
haven't.
say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gained.
That's frustrating. We'll try and save a bit of fuel in the process. There we go. Yeah, so we have actually got a slow GT car. We're not like right at the back. Oh, they've gone side by side into the hairpin. Oh, what am I doing? Come on, that's not going to help me, SR. Yeah, only about 6 minutes to go then. Yep, just under. This Jacob once again is applying the pressure at the moment. I mean, if we could work together, that could be quite good, but I don't know. He's only about 4/10 back, so he's certainly able to close up a lot down the straights. I think it's going to be a case of when another lap car gets to us. Didn't even know that Audi was there in all honesty, I just saw it at the last second. I would, well, I'm hopefully going to end up. Oh, what am I doing? Come on! Yeah, hopefully. I'm treating them what the LMP ones are like to drive, to be honest, because I genuinely have no idea. So early into there as well. 7x at the end of the day. I don't think that's going to get me SR up. I think it's basically going to hold about level. It always seems strange that you get like 17x for a 10-minute race in Masters up to a 1-hour race in multi-class. It just seems like a weirdly... I guess obviously it's because people at this level shouldn't be making that many mistakes. But I mean, if you're having a good little battle with someone makes a small mistake, locks up or something, a good couple of times, you're going to be screwed. We need to really watch this gap for Jacob. He's got a lot of pace down the straights. And once again another LMP2 go. Right, watch that back end come washing away. Go on that side, are you, buddy?
Car right. Clear.
Cost me a little bit. Not as much as things cost Jacob, but he gives me screwed. Oh, that's right. Send it, buddy. Go for it. Because you're in your rocket ship. Yeah, that's right. Thanks all afterwards. That makes it okay. Has there been contact? Is someone screwed? Oh, no. No. Come on. Tires are really starting to go off. So there are the LMP tractors going past one last time. So next lap will be the last one. White flag is now out the gap, just 2 seconds. I like the fact that after a 6-hour race we had a closer final lap than this one. We are definitely getting close. Couple more mistakes for our man, that's all I need. Oh, we got another couple of LMP ones. Go in this side. Oh, get that nose in. Yes. You almost feel like thanking the Porsche when the front end actually digs in every once in a while. Yeah, I mean, it's still going to be a tight little three-way finish to the end. As long as no one pulls us out there. Most likely me. Yeah, I think 1.8 is a bit optimistic unless he locks up or something. We have a sector to go, but this race overall has been good fun once again. A little bit annoyed that I made a couple of those mistakes. Drive at the instant point count, but once again, no contact with anyone else. Only with the wall a couple of times, I think. Actually, no, I think we did make contact with an LMP, but it gave me no X for it. Yeah, that was it when he dived me at the hand. But yeah, good race overall. Very, very enjoyable. One more corner to go. And we have survived. Oh, someone's dead. LMP1 tractor dead. Out of the final corner though. It's going to be P5 at the end of the day. Then a bit gutted, obviously, with the fuel, but yeah, it was good fun.
There's the flag, it's over.
That was still enjoyable though.
We're going.
Oh, clearly, crew chief not too happy. Yeah, I mean, P4 to P5 are in the end, as the number 16 car. I mean, we were ahead of number 12, which is ideal. Hopefully should get the I rated up just a little bit. The SR I'm not too sure about. I mean, according to this, yeah, we went 16th to 16th in the end. So, oh, excuse me, maybe we didn't actually gain any places. I'm not too sure, unless someone in the higher up class. Yeah, there we go, an LMP1 rage quit. There, so yeah, just under the middle of the pack then. We were pretty much fighting around the mid-pack in that one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this race. There'll be hopefully more and more iRacing content to come from the ILMS, IMSA, everything like that. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.